Hey guys, welcome to the next review of the Star Trek film. Excuse me. Of course, after the mess that was Star Trek 5, I think everybody kind of wondered about Star Trek's feature film future as it was. Though the Next Generation was on and was doing very, very well, we wanted the movies. Found out they were making another one. It's coming out in 1991. The only thing was, this was the last involving the original cast, so it's very bittersweet. They did do something right, which is they brought back the director of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Nicholas Meyer, who actually wrote the story, and it was a big improvement. And of course, I'm talking about Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. Yeah, a very big improvement. Couple of new characters. We have another Canadian on the series, on the movies, Kim Cattrall, who played the Vulcan Lieutenant Valeris. There we go, said it right. And well, actually, this was loaded with Canadians. What am I talking? Because some of you know, both William Shatner and James Doohan are Canadian. Like I said, Kim Cattrall and Christopher Plummer, who plays Buckheimer. Plays one of the Klingons in this. He's Canadian too. Chang! That's his name. I was thinking of the character Christopher Lloyd played in number 3. But yeah, they even point out that the characters are retiring pretty soon. But this has to do with the Klingons who want peace after all these years. But a lot of them really don't, as you will see in the film. But yeah, it brought back the greatness of like number 4 and even number 2. I think it had to do with Nicholas Meyer coming back that made this movie great. And little trivia is this is the title he wanted to call number 2, The Undiscovered Country. And of course, Paramount changed it to The Wrath of Khan, and he was able to use his title for this. So for his thing for number 2, it was going to be, you know, that undiscovered country of getting old kind of thing. And while it still applies here, it also talks about the future, not like just your future, but everybody's future, which is changing. You have some really great cameos in this. Probably one of the most notable is Christian Slater, who was a lieutenant or a communications officer on the Excelsior, which is helmed by Captain Sulu. So yeah, he got his own command, and he doesn't have a credit, and I've never been able to pronounce his name. But this guy who was in this movie would go on 3 years later to become one of the greatest characters on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and that was the actor who played Odo. Yeah, he's in this. Has a great score by someone I've never heard of, Cliff Elderman, I think, but it was a great score to this movie, and the story was, like I said, everything about this was an improvement. The character of Chang, played by Christopher Plummer, is to me one of the top 5 greatest villains on the Star Trek films. It seems like in the 2 films directed by Nicholas Meyer, the Enterprise takes a shit-kicking, because it does get into a great fight with the Chang's ship near the end. I think, like I've said with a couple of them, and with all my reviews, I don't really want to give too much away, and this is one I don't really want to give too much away, because I want the viewer to see it. Especially to see the greatness of this movie. Like, this is my 4th favorite out of the Star Trek films. I think a lot of us, we love the ending, because, you know, it's the end of an era. Actually, 1991 marked the 25th anniversary of Star Trek, and now we are in its 43rd year. So I don't think a lot of people expected Star Trek to be around this long. But yeah, the ending was great because it shows not only the characters moving on, but the actors moving on. And there's the great last Captain's Log by Captain Kirk. And I remember I saw this in the theater when this came out. I was 11, and nobody left the theater when the movie was over, because I will give this away because it was a great treat. So, spoiler. Not really a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, you see all these signatures start to come up, and it's the signatures of the actors. And I remember everybody cheering. Like, this movie got a standing ovation at the end, and that's from the fans, basically, who've grown up watching these characters and knowing this is the last movie starring the entire original cast. But yeah, it was such a great movie. It lived up, made us forget about number 5, and brought back the charm and greatness of, for me, 2, 3, and 4. It's one that I will watch a lot if I'm not even watching the series. So yeah, this one I give an 8 out of 10. Like I said, it's my 4th favorite out of the Star Trek films. And the last time we will see the Enterprise original, or A, on the big screen until tonight. So yeah. Okay, so like I said, I'm trying to get all these reviews out before tonight, because I want it, when I get home from the new film, I want to post my review. So next up is the 7th film, which would bring some of the original cast and the Next Generation cast together. So rate, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.